Wilson Brothers Ranch.
Okay, here we are, episode 9. So it is June of 2013. The garage is up and got some, I don't know if you can see them, there are 2 small lights along the right wall and a small string light along the left wall. Those are some cheap Harbor Freight solar lights because, again, we have no power, so everything we do is on generator. However, we put these 2 big LEDs up on the back wall, but it lights up that garage pretty good at night compared to a headlamp or a flashlight. So we have done that, and as you can see, the garage door is up. This summer, we had a lot on our plate, a lot going on. So I've been talking to this fencing guy, Wyoming Fencing Company. He also had a business called 2 Tough Guys, which was him and his little dog. From what I remember, his name was Otto. Otto was getting out of the fencing business because he had started a garbage service business. So this was pretty much going to be his last job. I think he was trying to get out of his last, but he decided, okay, I'd already give this guy my word. So he came from Cody, Wyoming. He came with a special piece of equipment, which wasn't quite a mini X, but it wasn't a full-size excavator. It was a hydraulic excavator with no bucket on it, and it had this big vibrating head where the bucket should be. And the coolest thing is, and I wish I'd recorded it, was he shows up, throws this strap around his neck, never gets in the machine. It's all remote control. He unloads it, and he's ready to go. Before he got there, Stephen and Chase and I had cut every post to 12 foot long so we could put them 4 foot in the ground. And we had every T-post set exactly 20 feet apart, as you can see the flags in this picture. You see the T-posts there. We had everything laid out. All we had to do is stand them up so he could put them in the ground. So we started going around the property. It was 100 degrees that day, and buddy, we felt it. It looks like 101 to me. So we would stand these posts up. He would slap a small torpedo magnetic level on them. And as you can see on the front of this excavator, see this little round part? It's just like a super vibrating disc. It's unreal. It would shove those T-posts in the ground in about 5 seconds. And most of the 3-inch pipe that we put down, we would put it every 5th one. So we'd have 4 T-posts, 1 iron post. So we go around the entire property, putting these T-posts and pipes up. We did this entire thing in 6 hours.
Amazing.
It's 160 acres.
Wow!
So couldn't believe, I thought it was going to be a couple of days. It was 6 hours. And even the really steep hill in front of us, we call this the old goat trail. And it is steep. And we went up it like it was nothing and slapped those posts in the ground. Really came out good. I think he was happy. He tied it down and off he went. So then I called a buddy of mine, Mark Van Hel. There's a picture of him here. He's a little younger there, but that's him. So he showed up with his dozer and, started digging out some roads, stuff like that. So we'd have some roads inside the trail. And then this is the start of a pond. He was there and he's like, since we got the dozer here, I could dig you a pond out. Go ahead. So as you can see in this picture, he's come down in here and he started digging out this cavity, and I'm actually up on a dam that he's pushing up. So then Jeff the welder comes out, and we needed to upgrade to a bigger piece of expanded metal on the bottom of that drag with the 2 tires. So we ended up welding this thing to the bottom of that drag, and man, did it work better. So as you can see, these are some cutoffs of the pipe. The drill stem is what we had. These are cutoffs, and Stephen and Chase are unloading them out of the backhoe that I rented from town. Now that we had all these pipes in the ground, we still needed H-braces and stuff welded up and to weld up our big fence area. So that's what he showed up to do. So see the boys are still unloading stuff here. So down to the front gate area, and Chase is one that just really wants to help. So he jumps in the bucket with Jeff, and I lift him up off the ground 15, 16 feet in the air so they can start welding up the top of this gate entrance. So, and You can see there's 2 posts on the left and there's 2 posts on the right. And you got a big cross member going across the top. A lot of welding to do. So I would move them around. Chase would help him up there, hand him welding rods, whatever. And Steven kind of stood by with some fire suppressant stuff just in case. There's Chase up there sitting in that bucket looking back at me. So, and that's the welding of the gate area. And as you can see at the bottom, we have a temporary gate there, just something to close up, even though there's no fencing up yet. Just kind of a gate saying, hey, don't come trespass here. Stay off the land. You know, it's not yours. Stay away. So it's the end of the trip. It's time to go. We lock everything down. Well, the boys really worked hard this trip, so we decided to go to the Bighorn Resort there in Billings. It's a nice hotel. Wow! It's got a water park in it and 2 huge water slides that go in and out of the buildings. Pretty cool. So while we're there, we notice, everybody's looking at their phones. So like tornado warnings, blah, blah. All of a sudden, it went from a shiny, sunny evening to pitch black dark. We're like, wow. So, I mean, this bad weather just rolls in. Well, we had cameras out there, and one of the cameras was there at the garage. These cameras only go off if there's movement. And if there's movement, it goes off and sends a picture of your cell phone. Well, the 3 of us get a picture on our cell phone of our garage that we just finished. We just finished the garage. We got the door up, so, the lights up. We just finished this thing. The front and back walls, and the door's open. And we're like, why on earth is the door open? We locked that thing. We know we put it down and locked it. Why on earth could it be open? Well, time to find out. So, call my good buddy, Wes, and I'm like, Wes, man, we just left there. We left the ranch like 3 hours ago. For some reason, the garage door is open. He's like, man, I'll run out there in the morning and find out why that thing's open and relock it or whatever. Who knows? So he said, I'll give you a call in the morning. And he did. And it wasn't good news. So, and you'll have to wait till next episode to find out what happened.
If you feel we've earned it, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.